Hello, welcome back. I'm Gwent Gamer and you're watching One Block Skyblock. Last episode we built this beautiful moss machine outside which is producing plenty of moss and plenty of bone meal. And since last episode I've been letting this build up and so far we've got a double chest and a half full of moss blocks. So I'm going to grab a bunch of this moss and the first thing we're going to do is prettify the edge of our island. So I guess to start with we better take down all of this fence. So unfortunately, there's only so far we can go with this because we can't obviously replace the fence around this area because this is holding in all of the animals. And I know full well they will all just happily walk off the edge to a better place. But that doesn't mean we can't at least try with this half of the island. I actually think KERALIS is wrong. Moss makes everything look better. So later this episode, I'm going to be working on making this area look much more presentable. But for right now, I do feel very bare without even a sword and a helmet to keep me safe. Unfortunately, I don't have enough ancient debris and nether scrap to make a netherite sword, so we're going to have to settle on diamond. And to get more levels, I'm going to be coming over here to the villager area and trading with the villagers because as well as more levels, I also need a bunch of glass. So what I've been doing is coming over here, getting my pumpkins and my melons and trading with this guy to get all of my emeralds, but I'm out of melons. And then I've been going over to these guys and I think it's this one. Yeah, and trading a bunch of glass. You may remember I've also moved my melon and pumpkin farm over to the factory. And off camera, in between episodes, I actually built in a item delivery system. So in here, I've decided to take an executive decision and all of this is now quartz on this bottom layer. And for good reason, actually, because I've got rid of the chests that were here and now it hides the water stream and also a hole down over here. So all of the drops from these sides go into holes and there's water sources that come under here and go all the way back into our base. And the same to be said for our melon and pumpkin farms. So all of that comes along here and I wonder if I can see it from this view. Yeah, see this? This right here is my water duct that is taking all of our items over to our storage area. Eventually I may decide to do this with the moss farm, but alternatively, I may decide to just leave it like that. It depends. I'll figure it out later on. So in this chest down here are all the drops from those farms, and everything in this box is tradable, with the exception of these jack-o'-lanterns. I don't know why they're there. So I can take all of this and I can turn it all into emeralds, and some of it is better than others. And now the other things we can trade are actually down here at the mob farm. We can trade our string and we can trade our rotten flesh. I am very nearly there on the levels, just one more to go, and we're a few hits away. There we go. We're up to 30 levels. Perfect. Now we've got over 30 levels, we can finally enchant our sword, and I've decided to go without a helmet, just because, well, I can't be bothered. To be honest, I can't be bothered. Let's get this enchanted all the same. Let's see, what can we get? Oh, knockback 2. Oh, I don't like that. I do not like that. Let's see, what else can we get here? Maybe if I trade with one of the villagers for a new tool. Oh, hang on. Do these guys do helmets? Has this guy got a helmet? He has. I may as well just grab that. I'll unenchant it, then re-enchant it. All right, now we're in a position where we can quickly enchant this first. Oh, look, that's Unbreaking 3. Oh, that was terrible. That was terrible. What's next on here? Bane of Arthropods. No. There we go. Okay, back up to where we need to be. And now we can enchant the sword. The enchantment that is on the enchanting table for the sword at the moment is Fire Aspect 2. So I don't mind Fire Aspect 2. It's just what else we get with it, really, that will make the difference. Looting 3. Could have done with some sharpness. Could have done with some unbreaking. Could have done with some everything else. That'll have to do, though. At least I've got some sort of protection here, and I can put that on, and now at least I've got full armor. Okay, so finally we have our sword back. We have the worst type of helmet imaginable, but we've got one. Now we're going to work over here, and I've got quite the plan. But we're going to need a bunch of glass, and we're going to need a bunch of wood. And I'm almost there. So I'm going to go and collect that, and when you see me next, hopefully, we'll be in a time lapse. Okay, people, we have hit a crossroads here. On the right, we have plain glass, and on the left, we have stained glass. And I feel like I prefer the stained glass over the plain glass. What do you guys think? Well, to be honest, it doesn't really matter what you guys think. I'm going to be knocking all of the plain glass out and staining it all, and then we're going to put in the white stained glass because I just think that adds a little bit more to the build. Let's go for a quick fly around. We're obviously only halfway done with this. There's still plenty to do. Yeah, look, this adds literally nothing to the build. The plain glass... Oh, let's go up higher. The plain glass really doesn't do very much, but the white stained glass really adds a lot to this build. So I think that's a pretty obvious decision from my point of view. Hopefully you guys agree. Ladies and gentlemen, progress has been made. What do you guys think of this? I think it looks absolutely beautiful. It's not finished, definitely not. I need to put a bunch of plants and things inside there to make it really look like a greenhouse, but I'm really pleased. Look at that. I'm going to have a quick fly around to show you the aerial view. I am so pleased with this. So incredibly pleased. I was a little bit worried. I've never made a greenhouse before, and I didn't think it would take as much glass as it did. But overall, really happy with this build. Let's go and take a look inside. I've made a couple of changes since I showed you last, although I didn't really show you very much of the inside, if anything. But this is it. So I've got this walkway around here. I'm currently growing grass up here so that I can plant lots of flowers and things and make it look really beautiful. I've amended some of the redstone. I've actually put the redstone down the bottom because we're not really going to be seeing that anymore. But it's really accessible, so if I want to put stuff in, it's quite simple to access it now. I've got stairs going everywhere. Boxed this in a little bit. Still going well with all of this malarkey. Yeah, really happy with it all. Just lots more to do to make this look like a real greenhouse inside here. Maybe add some flower beds and some overgrowth and some vines, that sort of thing. But for this episode, I think that's pretty good progress. Now, YouTube thinks that you should watch the video that's up on screen right now, so why don't you go and give that a click? Thank you all very much for watching. I'm Gwent Gamer. Goodbye.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.